We are live, getting ready for the toast. Moving slow this morning, but hey, it is what it is, right? Let's click on, let's get Facebook to join us. Let's get Periscope to join us. Let's get YouTube to join us. Oh man, I forgot to send a black signal. Yes, as usual. Let me join us. How that was. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Oh my God, that was whack. Oh, so people gonna be confused this morning, cause I'm confused. Now I'm confused. I forgot to send out the black signal. I'm gonna send out the black signal real quick, letting people know we up and we live. I need to go and erase this other show. Can I do that? I bet you I could do that on that tablet. Let's send a black signal real quick, and then we'll go on and just start it. All right, so while we're waiting for the dark black signal, tonight we will be having tribal quotes popping off, and the quotes we'll be working on tonight. It's day 59. We're pulling from the Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook, Tribal Quotes, compiled by myself. Day 59. Try not to become a man of success, but rather to become a man of value. That's Albert Einstein. Once again, try not to become a man of success, but rather to become a man of value. Albert Einstein. A child's life is like a piece of paper on which every person leaves a mark. That's a Chinese proverb. A child's life is like a piece of paper on which every person leaves a mark. Chinese proverb. Here we go. Every time an elder dies, it is as if a library has burnt down. West Africa. Every time an elder dies, it is as if a library has burnt down. Wow. So we're going to have a good conversation about those tonight. Those are the proverbs. I'll cover them a little bit later. Look like the signal ain't coming up, so the black signal will not be probably going out today. But family, what I want to do is let you know that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty. This is the place where your hustle builds muscle. We are Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Oh, you're going to get loud at the end, anime. Come on, girl. Thank you. You got people out there listening to you every day. You need to go and say it with some gusto. You know? Of course, you know this is the Daily Toast. And this is a Heart of a Simmer production. Great Ujamaa to each and every last one of you. And you know we strive to blow up your old paradigm.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Man, that feels good. Now grab your glass, put that water, get a real glass. Grab your bottle of that water, y'all. Twist the cap off that water. Lift and pour that water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, lift, pour, then drink. Now, move your body and drink some water. Come on, stretch and move that body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Come on, just move your body. Stop sitting around. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, move, and drink. Now raise your glass to toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Man, just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, raise, toast, then. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Or should we say, breathe, drink, eat, move. Getting sometimes. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink with me, fam. Drink your water. Drink, drink, drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. All right, family, good morning once again. I want to run through those proverbs one more time now because we had the show tonight. Tribal quotes. And these are some good proverbs. I want to make sure that everybody that wants to know what we're going to do so they can look the proverbs up, think about them throughout the day, and then drop some wisdom on them when it's time for us to have a conversation tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, on Gye-Nyame Journey Media. It'll be on Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook, Gye-Nyame Journey on Periscope. Might be Hot Tim on Periscope. Gye-Nyame Journey on YouTube. Be, of course, on Spreaker. Yeah. So we go. We on day 59. Try not to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. Quote by Albert Einstein. A child's life is like a piece of paper on which every person leaves a mark. That's a Chinese proverb. And the last one. Every time an elder dies, it is as if a library has burnt down. Can't wait for that conversation. Think it's going to be good. So, not a lot on my mind this morning. I mean, well, there's a lot on my mind, but not a lot I can talk about at this point in time. We got some stuff coming up. Of course, you know, on February the 23rd, oh my God, I've been drinking up some damn ambrosia. I got to get the brewing. I know I was supposed to start. Shit. Finances. Romance without finance. Fermentation without finance is a goddamn nonsense. Can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Can't do no fermentation without finance. So I got to get my budget together because I thought I had it together and it's not. Well, anyway, on February 23rd, we will be having the mall. Be having a G&J mall. And basically what we're trying to do, we're trying to provide a space where economic activities can happen, right? Low cost for vendors. Low cost for vendors that want to participate, right? $20 for vendors, and $30 for food vendors. And we just want to see your face in the place. We also will be having the movie night. We're going to be doing The Purge, and I think it's called the first Purge or something like that. It's not actually the first movie, but it's one of those movies where they made it after they did the movie and they showed when the first Purge happened. And I think some interesting actually I know some interesting conversations going to come from that. I haven't seen it, so I'm going to be seeing it with y'all in between working the market. You know what I'm saying? So you can come out, you can check out a movie. You know what I'm saying? You can help us raise funds for the Gye-Nyame Warriors and the other stuff that we're doing. The trips, the camping trips, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, get your shopping on. And those of you that are business people, you can go and get yourself a space at an affordable price. Well, because it's really like you're not really losing anything, right? And we got all that space. So we need you to help us spread the word. Now, also, because as I'm looking at some of the stuff that I got to deal with as a nation builder and a culture builder, you know what I'm saying? I got to look at some certain things, and I'm seeing, because it's kind of hard to keep things together in a culture if you don't have some type of system of exchange. You understand what I'm saying? If there's no currency, and the currency just don't have to be money, because we always think about just the money, but if there's no currency within a culture, it's kind of hard for that culture to survive and kind of hard for that culture to grow in any fashion. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we have to start bringing currency into our relationships. We have to start bringing currency into our community, or at least providing a space where that currency can move. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, we on Ujamaa today, right? And it's like Ujamaa is cooperative economics, and this is, and really when it comes down to it, that economic flow within the community is the lifeblood. And if there's no economic flow, if there's no flow of blood, you know, in a sense, if the body is not, if a part of my body is not allowing blood to flow through, that part of my body begins to die. Money to the community is like that. Money is like the blood, that it allows resources to be moved. Just like with the blood carries food and energy to other parts of the body. It carries oxygen, carries necessities. And this is what economic activity does for a community. So in order for us, especially those of us that are serious about any type of nation building, any type of warriorship, any type of community building, for us not to stress some type of economic flow, empowerment. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only through that can we even move towards power or even empowering ourselves. So we got to have some type of economic flow moving within our community. Now, the Gye-Nyame Mall is one of our steps to try to get this moving on a regular basis. The cultural stabilizing holidays is another one. But hell, you know, if my body only pumps blood every Kwanzaa, every Malcolm X fest, I'm dead. You understand what I'm saying? If we want to have a lively community, we need to have a lively economic flow. And it don't, and like I said, it don't always have to be money. Even if we come to places and we're swapping, you know what I'm saying? I like that. I got this. You want? Even if we trade, if there's some type of flow going on, right? That means that relationships are happening. That means that information is being exchanged. That means that resources are being moved through the community, which is a sign of health. Which is a sign of health, right? But now, one of the things that we noticed with, and I'm sorry, I need to make sure that my chat is working. So let me go to Hootsuite. One of the things that we're dealing with, Brother Quasi brought to my attention, and we had a brother on our show the other night talking about these corner markets. A lot of them, at least here in Columbus, are owned by Arabs, right, that have no respect for our community. And it basically, they are like parasites on the community. You know what I'm saying? They siphon off blood like mosquitoes. They fly in, they attach. But unlike mosquitoes, they're not just landing, biting, sucking blood, and leaving. They establish a place like a leech. Not even a leech, because a leech drops off. So these are really like blood parasites that actually live on the body of the communities or the places in which we live. And it's like, yo, in one point, you can't really get mad at them because you don't want to knock the hustle. But at some point in time, somebody got to knock the hustle. It's a hustle, right? And it's sucking the life out of our community. And at some point in time, we're going to have to deal with this, because the issue that's starting to pop off is that, and it's been going on for a long time, where they would say foul shit to some of the women in our community. They have no respect for our community. So you're not supposed to be there. You shouldn't be allowed to be there. So we're going to have to eventually move them up and out. And there's little subtle ways. There's direct ways we could do it. And there's also subtle ways that we could do it, right? And we could discuss all of them, right? But we just have to first realize that there is a leaching process popping off in our community, and just be honest about it, be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy, man. Because you get over here and we look at it, and it's like people be like, you know, well, it's supposed to be like that. Nah, it ain't supposed to be like that. Ticks. It ain't. See, ticks dig down into the community, go inside, and sometimes release toxins into the system. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I mean, let's just, it is what it is. People get upset about it, do it, you know, call it business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear you. But, you know, like I said, part of creating a colony, when you create a colony, you don't create a colony to supposedly save people. You create a colony so that you can expand so you could get resources to your home from another place. And basically what we got is an occupied territory. We exist in an occupied territory. You know what I'm saying? We got the Arabs, we got police, we got everybody leeching off of us. This is what is meant when you hear people talk about America is built up upon our failures. America depends on us to fail. This is designed and rigged for us to fail. They exist off our failure. And what we have to do is, first off, we have to deal with the reality that's there, that this shit is popping off like this, so that we can address it. Because oftentimes we get people that don't even want to recognize that this is happening. Now let me send out the signal before because I'm seeing we missing family right now. So I'm gonna send out this signal real quick. DT2719. Let's throw that 3 on there just in case. All right. We are toasting right now. I'm going to throw up a couple of links up here. I'm going to throw up the Spreaker link for those that, want to listen to the show on the go. And you ain't got to be watching the video. We are live on Spreaker. And also, I'm going to throw on here the YouTube link, because we're trying to build up a following on YouTube. All right. So let them know. Boom. Destination. Daddy Toasters. Wow. Launch. So we launched it all. Hopefully we can see some more family up in here. So we're going to move straight to the toast. I want to say great Ujamaa to each of you today, family. So here we go. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator. And we say Ashe. From there, we move on to our ancestor list. Man, it's good to get up every morning and be able to pull out the list, right? Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Texan, Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Finn, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Elvira Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman, L, Normal X, Pat Mont, Rob, Malika Fakour, Dr. Mary Ann Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling Lucy Wright, Dag L. Pulliam, the Luxter Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, James Foster, Charles Jordan, Kill Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Professor Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Wendelman, Virginia Roger, Rev. J. Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratney, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mel Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mitchell Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Go So Sue, Shell Harvey, Charmaine, Evelyn, Theolis Hansberry, Harvey Hansberry Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Patricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Fred Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keach Larice, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Banks, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Woody Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Hill World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Adley Buster, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frankie Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs, Secondina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Hannah Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dillamon Aries, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. Great day, brother Kwame. I see you out there. Shouts out to brother Quasi Lowe as well. William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Walters, DeFriedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scandalberry, Wilson Headley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catton, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenball, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kanika Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word, the first, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavens, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher George, and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron, Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lily Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cover, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chip L. Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford, Dawson, Big Mama Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Mira Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easy, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shechem Aha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards, McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We also have, and we have room for your ancestors as well. For those that want to get their ancestors on the list, there's two ways. One, go to the Facebook page, Gye-Nyame Journey. Inbox us the name of your ancestors. First like Gye-Nyame Journey, then inbox us the names of your ancestors, because I want to make sure it's real people. You understand what I'm saying? Also, You can text G&J to 77292. Get on the black signal, and then we can correspond, because I'm about to check that right now to see if we got any new ancestors. We got Joella Giles. We got James Carswell. We got Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair. We got Anthony Brown. We got Jonathan Ford. All right. So, let's see. All right. So we lifting up our glass to all of our ancestors, and we are saying, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? You know where we go. We go to the present moment. We go into the now. I was thinking about it. For us to really move to a true, because we nation builders. We nation builders, we warriors, you know what I'm saying, we elders. But for us to move to a true level of community, I think it's an imperative that we be able to reward our friends and punish our enemies. I'm just saying, family. I mean, it's time for us to stop playing with politics. It's time for us to stop being nice with politics. It's time for us to bring our politics into the now, because by us keeping our politics in the past to where we had to appease people and satisfy people and make people happy and not really use politics for what it's for, right? Politics, what does politics does? Politics rewards your friends, it punishes your enemies. That's exactly what politics does. Economics is the gun. Politics is knowing when to pull the trigger. We're trying to do all of that within Gye-Nyame, right? We're trying to do all that within Gye-Nyame. Very simple. We're trying to set up an economic gun in our community, because we got people going to stores where people don't respect you. People don't allow the money to flow in your community. You pay it. That night, they're taking that shit in a car out of your community to somewhere else. Why is it important for the money to stay in the community? Because if the money stays in the community, it creates jobs and it helps build up the community, right? When money is leaving the community, it starts looking bleak. You understand what I'm saying? Because it starts getting pale, because the blood is not flowing and it's slowly dying. So back to the moment. So we lifting up our glass in this moment because, family, we are moving to a point where we realize that we need to handle our politics. We need to handle our economics. We need to handle our education. Not just knowing it, but actually getting out here and do it. You understand what I'm saying? In the moment. Because we making a pact with our ancestors right now. We're standing on their shoulders, right? And we're preparing a place so that they could come back, right? Just like our children will be preparing a place for us to come back. But if we're not working, if we're not struggling, if we're not out here doing what we're supposed to be doing as nation builders, warriors, and elders, we are betraying the past. So we lift up our glass to the present moment, because right now we make a pact with our ancestors and our children, who we laying the foundation to stand upon, that we going to handle our business. The hustle build muscle. We toast and we say Ashe. From there, family, move to the future, our future generations, right? We toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity, because they are depending on us to lay the foundation so that they can stand on. And these are our ancestors returning. And if we don't handle business right now and set the example, when our children don't be handling business, when it's our time to come back, you come back to a messed up situation. Come on now. Work like you working for your own future if you selfish like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. And either way, it's going to get you. Right? So we lift up our glass for our future and we say Ashe. From there, family, move to all of our relations. We toast all of our relations. From there, we move and we toast. This is that selfish libation. This is for you. Right? What is it that you need in this moment, right, to make this moment successful? What do you need in this moment to improve your hustle? In this moment, family, we lift and we say Ashe. Last but not least, family, I want to toast you. I want to toast you. I want to toast you. The most magnificent, most beautiful, most uplifting, most inspiring strongest individual in the room right now. I'm looking right at you. Right? Right? Pat yourself on the back. Tell yourself how great you are. I lift up my glass to you and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, drink up. Have a great and marvelous day. Oh, man, I gotta give me some, I gotta brew some ambrosia, family. I not brew, I got to ferment some ambrosia. This is Brother Hatim, and I am out. Just sending shots out to all my Gravites all over the world. Letting you know, one love, as Brother Kwame would say. All right, peace out.